lately. You got right to it when you became CEO. You've entered a deal with Fisker on making its SUV. Tell us what that does for the company's prospects.
I think that's a great proof point of what Magna's capabilities are. Just in addition to contract vehicle manufacturing and assembly, engineering, we are supplying the full ADAS system. We are sharing the EE architecture, which is the electrical architecture, the vehicle architecture, and so on. This is where we believe Magna brings value to the table, so they can get speed to market, they can focus on their areas of expertise, whether it's different business models and asset light in this case. And we are able to bring all of that to the table, and we are hoping there is, and I'm sure, not just hoping, there is a huge opportunity coming up as electrification is coming on and the landscape is changing. We think Magna can do a lot here. And just Fisker in this case is a great proof point for such an example.
Lots of exciting projects going on.
Dan, obviously these earnings don't matter, right? We don't have revenues on either of these companies. So what are investors teeing off of? What should we be looking for in these results?
Yeah, it's all building the framework for what's going to be the next few years for both of them. I mean, if you look, Nikola, it's about the partnerships from a hydrogen perspective and building out the factory in Arizona. And I think that continues to be steps in the right direction. And you look at a Fisker, this fundamentally comes down to Foxconn, some of the partnerships. And I think these are laying the groundwork. Take a step back. It's a golden age of EVs. Investors are looking for signs who are going to be the next players. And no doubt, Fisker, especially where they stand, they're going to be one that's going to benefit from this green tidal wave. And Nikola, despite the headwinds they've gone through, seems like they're emerging on the other side with some positives.
How significant, Dan, was the Fisker Foxconn announcement?
It's a game changer for them because that was the biggest concern from a production perspective. And they jumped into the deep end of the pool of Foxconn, which now tangentially with Apple on the EV hunt in terms of going through the EV dating game, there's a thesis now that Fisker could potentially be involved on the Apple EV initiatives. And when you look at Foxconn, that's sort of the gold standard. So it's a huge positive for Fisker in the EV side.
So just talk us, Dan, through the valuations on both of these names when you're looking so far into the future and building on this momentum that you're getting from announcements like a deal with Foxconn.
Yeah, it's really going to the next 5 to 10 years and looking what deliveries could be, what the market looks like. We believe it's a $5 trillion market over the next decade. And with the green tidal wave in the U.S., you look at Fisker, what this could ultimately do. I mean, they could start to get 3, 4, 5% of the share of the EV market. And that's what investors are looking at. And then when you look at a Nikola, it's about hydrogen and about the semi-truck market. And that globally, they continue to be a pure play there. And despite all the headaches we've seen, investors are betting that they're going to have a big market share, which is going to be a significant market. That's really the key to what's driving the stocks.
And potentially your positivity as well, talking about both names. Fisker now up 6% after hours. Dan, thank you. Dan Ives.
Thank you.
Coming.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.
Hey guys, it's so comfortable in this trunk. We got a huge trunk in here, 566 liters. And in fact, it was so comfortable that I thought as a new car company, you want to save a lot of money. So I just got shipped with the car instead of taking the plane here.